In the summertime, I like to spend my time doing outdoor activities. In the summer, I stay with my family in Monton, Pennsylvania. We have 2 acres of land, a little shooting range in the yard, a quad, 2 dirt bikes, and trails through the woods right by the house that I often ride through. One warm but cloudy day, I had nothing to do, so I wanted to get some exercise and took my bicycle out. I have a mountain bike at my parents' house, so I prefer to take it on the trail rather than the roads. I stepped outside and looked at the clouds. It just looks so cool, yellow sky peeking through the dark, stormy-looking clouds just a bit. I could smell the approaching summer storm. I love the atmosphere. I checked the forecast before leaving, and I figured I'd have a quick half-hour bike ride before it started raining. Even if I got a little wet, I wouldn't care. I set off from the property towards the trail in the woods. I could feel and hear the gust fronts, and I loved it. This was my favorite kind of weather to bike in. Much of the ride starting out was uphill, and the way back is mostly downhill, which works out nicely. The uphill eventually peaks around a bit of an opening in the woods. That's where I usually stop to rest for a bit. When I got to the opening on this dark day, as usual, I stopped to catch my breath after all the uphill pedaling. I browsed through my phone for a minute, looking at texts and such, and that's when the sound of the wind and all the leaves blowing suddenly stopped, and it was dead silent. There was no wind anymore. I looked around, shocked and kind of intrigued. I'd never seen such a heavy gust front suddenly stop out of nowhere. I looked all around me, suddenly getting an uneasy feeling. I was starting to think I was hearing some kind of voice, a very high-pitched voice at that. I hoped it was just an animal. The darkness under the clouds and trees, the silence, the sky, and now the sounds I was hearing all coming together were creating an unexplainably creepy setting. And then, perhaps because of the dead silence now, I was able to hear sticks cracking not far away, and when I looked in that direction, I saw something about 30 to 40 feet from me in the trees, in the direction where the trail continues to go. The best I could describe what I was seeing was some humanoid-looking figure hunched over as if it were hiding, stalking me like I were prey. And at that moment, it started to rain, hard. The sound of the raindrops hitting the leaves above killed the unbearable silence. At this moment, I turned and pedaled as fast as I could back to the top of the hill, and allowed gravity to help bring me home faster, the whole time scared to look behind me. Lightning started to flash, and thunder started to crash. In any other scenario, I'd think this was awesome, but I had just witnessed something unexplainable. I made it home, put my bike in the shed, and went inside. I was so shook and out of breath I didn't even bother explaining to anyone. I went upstairs and crawled into bed, and that night, I had a nightmare of the incident, seeing a demonic figure in the woods in the middle of the night, floating towards me. I woke up with my heart racing, happy it was just a dream. It was an all-around disturbing day and night.